Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Another new feature here of the Zentral Trading Manager is what we call the lot size calculator. Okay, and for you to properly use the lot size calculator, you need to have the following criteria. You need to input your risk in distance, and at the same time, you need to have your risk in USD. Okay, so let's say we are planning to buy gold because the price are already climbing upwards. Okay, but always think that there is always a risk in trading, right? If you are wrong, how much risk are you willing to sacrifice? Okay, so in this case, we are willing to sacrifice, let's say $20, okay, for our risk, and for our reward would be $40. It means that if we are wrong, we will be losing $20, and if we win, we would be earning $40. Okay, next is for your risk distance. How close or how far would you like your risk distance to be triggered? Okay, so we will be using our crosshair tool. All right, now let's say if we are going to enter a price here, I want my risk distance to get triggered if the price would go back to around this area. Okay, so that's around 3,542 points. Okay, you don't have to be specific. You can just simply say 3,500 points. Okay, now look at what will happen here. It gave us the proper calculation of your lot size. So let's say 0.06. Okay, now once we enter buy, there you go. It properly calculated the distance of our risk. Okay, that's $20. Okay, there you go. And our reward would be at around $40. So that is how you are going to properly use our lot size calculator. Okay, another example. Let's say you are planning to sell gold, okay, because you're thinking that we are already at the resistance levels. Okay, maybe the price would go down since we are at the resistance level. Now try to identify to yourself how much risk are you willing to sacrifice if your plan is wrong. Okay, so let's say I am willing to sacrifice like $15, and I am willing to gain at around $30. Okay, now let's say you want your risk to get triggered if the price would go up to around this level. So that's around 5,523. Again, you don't have to be specific. 5,500. Okay, so once we enter that, it will give us a proper lot size calculation. Okay, and then if we are going to follow that once we enter trade, so that's the proper distance that we have in mind. So that is how you're going to use the lot size calculator here in Zentral Trading Manager. Again, first, identify your risk. How much risk are you willing to sacrifice for this trade? Your reward, and at the same time, your risk distance. How close or how far would you like your 15 USD to get triggered? But how about for pending? Let's say we want to buy gold at around this level. Okay, so let's say if the price would go back to around this level, you are going to buy gold. So same process. Okay, since you already have an area where you want to buy gold, you should always have an area where you would like your stop loss to get triggered as well. So let's say if the price would continue to go down to around this area, okay, that's around 3,912 points. All you have to do is just to copy that one, 3,900, okay? And if we are going to check it, okay, it says here 0.04, okay? Now, when we are going to click pending buy, okay, and set our pending levels to around this area, okay, apply pending buy, that would also give us a proper risk of around 0.04. And if our pending order would get triggered, it would also give us a proper risk distance of around 3,900 points. So your stop loss would be at around 3,900 points as well, at around this level. Now let's make an example for pending sell. Now let's say you're thinking that maybe the price would go down if it reaches at around this level. Okay, so because it's already a resistance level, maybe it would go down. But what if you're wrong? Next is you need to identify your stop loss. Just in case you are wrong, where do you want your $15 to get triggered? Let's say if the price would continue to go up here, then I would lose $15. Okay, so same process. Measure your entry plan, okay, going to your stop loss plan. So that's around 4,600, okay? So you can just simply say 4,600, and it will also give you the proper lot size calculation of 0.03. Now, once we enter pending sell at around that level, okay, apply pending sell, there you go. It will also give you the proper lot size calculation now. If it gets triggered, it will also give you the proper stop loss levels and take profit levels. So in short, whether you're planning to buy or sell at the market price, always plan your risk distance, okay? Whether you're planning to have a pending sell or a pending buy, always have a risk distance, okay? Always measure it that way. All right, so I hope that you learned something. Until next time, have a great day. Peace out.